Welcome back, distinguished members of the News Around family. We gather here today not merely to consume the fleeting whispers of the tabloid press, but to analyze the profound emotional currents that shape the lives of the stars we have come to adore. In the grand theater of Turkish entertainment, there are pairings that fizzle out like dying embers, and then there are those that burn with the intensity of a supernova, capturing the collective imagination of millions. Today, we turn our gaze toward a duo whose chemistry has long transcended the screen, bleeding into the fabric of reality in ways that leave us breathless. We are speaking, of course, of Afra Saraçoğlu and Ramazan Demir. A rumor has recently taken flight, a whisper so potent it threatens to rewrite their entire narrative. But before we unravel this tapestry of romance and revelation, I invite you to subscribe to our channel. If you wish to support this kind of in-depth, narrative journalism and become a true pillar of our community, please click the join button. Your support allows us to dig deeper. Don't forget to like this video and prepare your thoughts, for we will be diving into a story that questions the very nature of commitment. In the vast and often turbulent ocean of celebrity relationships, where currents shift with the wind and loyalty is frequently a casualty of fame, the saga of Afra Saraçoğlu and Ramazan Demir stands as a lighthouse of intrigue. For months, their connection has been the subject of hushed conversations in production corridors and loud debates on social media platforms. Yet, recently, the narrative has shifted from speculation to what feels like a premonition of destiny. The catalyst for this sudden seismic shift in the public consciousness is a statement allegedly made by the radiant Afra Saraçoğlu herself, a sentence spoken not to the flashing lights of the paparazzi, but within the sanctified trust of her inner circle. With an enthusiasm that reportedly lit up the room, she is said to have declared, "I'll soon be taking Mitt's last name, it's almost here." These words, though private in origin, have found their way into the public domain, igniting a digital wildfire that no amount of PR management can extinguish. To understand the weight of this statement, one must look beyond the mere legalities of a name change. In the lexicon of love, taking a partner's surname is an ancient rite of passage, a shedding of the singular self to merge into a shared identity. It is a declaration that I is becoming we in the most permanent sense. The reaction from the fanbase was instantaneous and visceral. The digital realm, usually a battleground of conflicting opinions, unified in a chorus of jubilation. Comments flooded in like a tidal wave. The wedding of the year is finally upon us, and destiny has finally played its hand. There is a poetic justice in the eyes of the fans, who believe that even their names, Saraçoğlu and Demir, carry a rhythmic harmony that was waiting to be unlocked. However, in this age of misinformation, skepticism is a necessary shield. A faction of the audience remains cautious, their hope tempered by the memory of countless false alarms. We need to see the ink on the paper, some whisper, wary that the tabloids may be spinning straw into gold once again. Yet, despite these voices of caution, the topic has ascended to the pinnacle of trending status on platforms like Instagram and X, formerly Twitter. Every new photograph posted by the couple is no longer just an image, it is scrutinized as evidence. Fans are flocking to Afra's profile, refreshing the page in a collective state of breathlessness, waiting to see if Saraçoğlu has indeed evolved into Demir. It is a modern vigil for a timeless tradition. But the story does not exist solely in the ether of the internet. It is grounded in the tangible reality of their recent behavior. Sources close to Ramazan Demir. Friends who have witnessed the evolution of this bond from tentative friendship to profound romance indicate that the couple is navigating a period of exquisite happiness. This is not the frantic, chaotic passion of a new fling, but the grounded, mature stability of a partnership that has weathered storms. While no official press release has been issued regarding a wedding date, the silence from their camp feels less like a denial and more like the quiet before a symphony begins. The rumor of the surname change is not fading, rather, it is solidifying, fed by the calm confidence the couple exudes when the cameras are off. Let us pause for a moment of reflection, dear News Around viewers. The transition from dating to marriage is a monumental step, especially under the relentless gaze of the public eye. We want to hear your perspective. Do you believe that a name change is still the ultimate symbol of commitment in the modern world? Or is the bond of the heart sufficient without the formalities of tradition? And, crucially, do you think Afra and Met are ready for this next chapter? Share your wisdom in the comments below. And remember, if you value these deep dives into the human side of fame, clicking the join button is the best way to ensure we can keep bringing you these stories. As we peel back the layers of this narrative, we find that the rumor is supported by a series of undeniable behavioral shifts. Behind the velvet curtains of the industry, insiders are whispering about a new openness in Afra's demeanor. It is said that in the quiet moments between shoots, when the masks of their characters are hung up, she speaks of the future with a clarity that was previously absent. The trust she places in Met Ramazan Demir appears to be the cornerstone of this new chapter. It is a devotion born not of infatuation, but of a deep, abiding respect for the man he has become. This internal stability is reflecting externally. At a recent private event away from the glare of the red carpet, where stars often perform rather than exist, their dynamic was observed to be startlingly intimate. Witnesses at this gathering paint a picture of a couple who have ceased to care about the world's opinion. Seated side by side, their bodies angled toward one another like sunflowers seeking the light, they existed in a private bubble of whispers and shared smiles. It was a display of affection that went beyond the performative. It was the comfortable silence of two people who know each other's souls. Guests noted that Met maintained a protective, almost chivalrous presence throughout the evening, a guardian of her happiness, while Afra radiated a serenity that only comes from feeling completely at home in someone's presence. The comment, "There is nothing left to hide," circulated among the elite guests, a tacit acknowledgement that the secret was out, even if the official statement was not. Social media, the modern agora, is currently divided into two philosophical camps regarding this development. One group, the Romantics, argues that their history, years of friendship, collaboration, and shared struggles has built a foundation so strong that marriage is merely the inevitable architectural capstone. To them, the surname declaration is not a surprise, but a fulfillment of a script written long ago. The other camp, the Pragmatists, urges caution, reminding us that in the world of celebrity, rumors are often the smoke without a fire. Yet, even the skeptics cannot deny the evidence presented by the dedicated detective fan accounts. These digital archivists have catalogued an increase in public appearances, a synchronization of their schedules, and a mutual support for each other's projects that suggests a merging of life paths. Furthermore, the narrative is bolstered by the involvement of the families, a crucial element in Turkish culture. The tabloids are rife with reports that the Saraçoğlu and Demir families are not merely acquainted, but are actively supportive of this union. It is whispered that Met has long been a beloved figure in Afra's family circle, a detail that significantly increases the probability of a formal union. When the elders give their blessing, the path to the wedding altar becomes smooth. Close friends have been overheard making remarks such as, "They have carved out a permanent place in each other's life plans," suggesting that they are no longer thinking in terms of I, but in terms of a lifelong we. The countdown has effectively begun. Every Instagram story, every cryptic caption, every choice of emoji is now being analyzed by millions of amateur cryptographers, searching for the hidden message that confirms the big announcement. But perhaps the most telling clue lies in the subtle shift in their social media strategy. Afra's recent posts, particularly those documenting vacations and daily minutiae, are imbued with a new level of devotion. It is in the small things. A candid photo of Met, a caption that speaks of peace, a shared sunset, that the truth reveals itself. These are not the posts of a casual girlfriend, they are the digital scrapbook of a life partner. Met Ramazan Demir, for his part, has mirrored this escalation. His interviews, once guarded and professional, have softened. He speaks of Afra not just as a colleague or a friend, but as a pillar of his existence. His expressions of support are frequent and unreserved, interpreted by many as a public declaration of his readiness to take the relationship to its ultimate level. The chemistry that once set the screen ablaze in their fictional portrayals has fully transmuted into their reality. The intimate glances exchanged across crowded rooms, the subtle touches that ground them in moments of chaos, these are the unspoken vows they are making to one another every day. This story is evolving by the hour, and the anticipation is palpable. We are curious, if the announcement comes, how do you think they will make it? A grand social media post, a magazine cover, or perhaps a simple, quiet update to a bio? What fits their style best? Let us know your predictions. And please, if you are enjoying this comprehensive coverage, don't forget to like this video and share it with fellow fans. Your engagement helps news around grow. Another layer to this intricate story is the professionalism with which they handle their shared circle. Friends describe them as a unit, discussing joint projects and future investments with a maturity that belies their age. This suggests that their bond is not merely a sensational romance for the magazines, but a partnership built on shared ambition and mutual respect. They are building an empire together, one based on art, love, and arguably, a shared name. In light of all these developments, the rumored declaration, the family blessings, the shift in public behavior, and the digital breadcrumbs, it becomes clear that we are witnessing the prelude to a major event. The rumor of Afra Saraçoğlu becoming Afra Demir is no longer just a headline, it is the manifestation of a love story that has captivated a nation. Whether the official announcement comes tomorrow or next year, the emotional truth is already visible for those with eyes to see. They have chosen each other, in name and in spirit. The excitement surrounding this couple is a testament to the power of genuine connection in a world often defined by artifice. We will, of course, be the first to bring you the official news when, not if, it breaks. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the landscape of love and fame. This is News Around. Please remember to subscribe, hit the bell icon, and click join to support our channel. Until the next headline, stay curious, stay passionate, and keep watching. Goodbye.